Doc Hollis Lake is in southwest Oklahoma. It's about 18 miles northwest of Mangum. The lake has an entrance road, a parking lot, no picnicking, no restroom facilities or camping facilities. It has a surface area of roughly 40 acres, volume of 250 acre feet. Average depth is 4 feet, maximum depth is 10 feet. The shore length is 3 miles. Doc Hollis Lake was purchased by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and opened to the public in 2015, just 5 years ago from the time of this video. The fish species of interest are largemouth bass, channel catfish, and sunfish. Now, if you want to go to Doc Hollis, do not go on a day after it had been raining or while it's raining that day, or you suspect that you'll have a storm come through and have rain. The road going to the lake is strictly dirt and it turns into strictly mud, and you will get stuck. They have put gravel down about 2/3 of the lake on the western side to the entrance, but they still have about 1/3 of it to go. After that 1/3 of it is done, then it may be safe to travel there on a rainy day. But as of right now, September 2020, do not go out there if you think it's going to rain or if it had been raining. The water clarity at Doc Hollis is very good. You can see real deep into the water. It tends to be clearer in the winter and the spring, and over the summer it will darken up and cloudy up a little bit. You'll find the bass shallow in the spring, deeper in the winter and the late summer, in the fall. As of 2020, you're not allowed to have a boat, kayak, or canoe on Doc Hollis Lake. You are, however, allowed to have fishing tubes. And the reason that they don't want boats on Doc Hollis is because they're afraid golden algae will be transferred from Lake Altus-Lugert, which is nearby, into Doc Hollis, and it can cause fish kills. Fishing at Doc Hollis in the fall and winter, the grass has receded and disappeared pretty much to nothing. You can get away with fishing a lot of shallow diving crankbaits, square bills, lipless, and other top water in that time of the year. You can never fail any time of the year with a good old wacky rig or drop shot. In the spring, the vegetation starts to come back and the bass start to spawn. You'll find them in the shallower depths. You'll be able to sight fish them, but they can see you and they will spook. So try to stay 10-20 feet away from the bank and fish out past them, and they will see your bait and go after it. I find them liking, of course, the wacky rig and the drop shot. Never fail. But in the spring, you'll have very good luck with some top water moving baits and the jerk bait. With a good jerk bait, you'll catch numbers that you wouldn't believe out there. In the summer, it gets very hot out there at Doc Hollis, so take plenty of water, stay hydrated, and be careful. In the summer fishing, you can never go wrong with the wacky rig and drop shot, of course. But you can also switch it up and start using your square bills and your crankbaits, shallow diving, of course. You can use top water, but move real slowly across the top of the submerged grass. I find the quality of bass there very good. They're not huge. There are some big fish out there, and I've seen them caught. I haven't personally caught the bigger ones. The biggest I've caught around there are around 18, 19 inches, about 2.5, 3.5 pounds. Now they are skinny out there. Tells me that they're getting a lot of competition, smaller bass, and you'll see that you can catch a lot of smaller bass out there. Most people will be bank fishing at Doc Hollis. There are 3 miles of shoreline. I would say about 2/3 of it are accessible by hiking. If you walk to the west from the parking area across the dam, you can go around all the way to a draw that comes off of the lake, and there's a fence line that comes across that draw, and that's about as far as I've ever been. If you fish north from the parking area, you can follow trails, vehicle trails that go up to a cliff area, cedar trees and stuff like that. There's several draws in that area. You can fish those draws, and you can come up along the cliffs, and if you get, the further you get down, you'll run across another fence line. I believe you can cross that fence line and go around to the very northern edge, but that's as far as I've ever been, is to that north fence line. Typically at Doc Hollis, you'll have a lot of local competition, especially on the weekends. Most of them, though, are fishing for your sunfish and catfish. There's not very many bass anglers that go out there. Unfortunately, the competition out there with the catfishing and sunfishing, you have a lot of people out there that leave trash. So you'll find piles of trash and litter. Unfortunately, that's the way it is here in Oklahoma. We have a lot of people that don't pick up after themselves. Personally, I like to go to Doc Hollis when the wind is high and you can't really use the kayak or a boat at other places that I like to go to. The trails are easy to get around on, so that makes the experience that much better. The fishing is good, and I can always catch numbers there. If I feel like that I've been skunked a few times at other places, I might just go to Doc Hollis because I know I can catch a fish there. Yeah, that's pretty good size. Nice fish. 18 inches. A little bit skinny. 2 pounds 5 ounces. 2 pounds 6 ounces. There are no facilities, so nice fish. You need to make sure that you have a good bow movement before going out there, because you don't want to poop out there on the ground and leave it for someone else to walk across. So just be aware that the facilities are lacking, and bring yourself a trash bag and clean up after yourself. Thanks for watching my video. If you like, please click the like and subscribe. Thank you.